Hi there. um, Caleb here from Australia. I'm just wanted to do a quick video because I'm 1 month into the carnivore diet. That's beef, salt, and water, nothing else. And I wanted to kind of talk about what results I've seen so far, what are the symptoms and things, how I've been doing it, what I've been eating, and sort of plans for the future. So it's kind of for anyone considering the carnivore diet and wanting more information. Um, I assume you've probably heard of it either from a friend directly or from like Jordan Peterson or Michaela Peterson and stuff. Obviously, they've both been on Joe Rogan and they've done it and been doing it for a while. A little bit about myself, I guess. I'm 30 years old and I'm 6'2" or something, and I've kind of been I fluctuate between sort of 90 and 100 kilos generally, which is like 198 to 220 pounds. And so, like, ideally for my height, I'm supposed to be kind of 80 to 85, 80, depending on how muscly I am, 80 to 85 kilos or something. And so I've always been a little bit, I've always been over on the BMI sort of thing, or a little bit overweight sort of thing, but I've been generally like nothing particularly unhealthy. I've never thought it looked particularly unhealthy, but after Christmas, enjoyed myself at Christmas, got up to 110 kilos. That's 242 pounds, and I was like, oh. And my wife has an autoimmune condition, and she's been trying it out. She started trying it out. She went down to like just different types of meat, I think, and rice before Christmas for like a month or something, and she was kind of living off pork for the most part, and a little bit of beef and chicken and things like that. But it was still like there was progress, but it wasn't enough. So we'd read a lot about it. We'd done research on the carnivore diet, and so she wanted to give it a go, and then after I weighed myself and I was 110 after Christmas, I was like, oh, and I'm like, and I felt gross, and I was so slow walking around, like my joints ached and stuff, and I'm like 30 years old. I was like, I'm acting like an old man. I'm acting like I'm 50 or 60 years old or something like that, and I shouldn't be. And so it kind of kicked me in the butt, and so 4th of January, I started the carnivore diet. I began with a fast day or something just to kind of cleanse things a little bit to start off with, because those are supposed to be good for that. And then I've been having, I ate more meat the first week, and then my body sort of transitioned into, I kind of ate, I think, 7 kilos of beef the first week. I was kind of having a kilo a day, and then it kind of pulled back naturally. I lost my appetite a bit, wasn't as hungry. And I kind of ate 500 grams of cooked minced beef, or I don't know if it's the same as ground beef in America, but minced beef from Aldi, cheap 2-star stuff that's really fatty, high in fat content and stuff. I eat kind of 500 grams every 2 meals. So I might eat it all in one meal and then I'll be hungry from breakfast or dinner, or I would kind of have 250 grams or something for breakfast, 250 grams for lunch, something like that. It's a little irregular, but it's kind of a constant rate depending on whether I eat a big amount or a small amount. It kind of depends on how tired I am. I think I was finishing off my master's, and so I was pulling some late nights, and so I was having to eat a little more, some bigger meals and stuff to kind of get through that. But so I've been doing it for a month solid, and I've lost 10 kilos. That's 222 pounds. So I've gone from like 242 to 220, or 110 to 100 kilos in 4 weeks. Now they do say some of that, I think, initially is water weight the first couple of weeks. But I don't know, still, like I remember Jordan Peterson said on Joe Rogan that he lost 7 pounds a month for 7 months. It was 50 pounds or something like that. I was 30 kilos overweight, kind of. And I haven't done any exercise as well. like it's just what like normal daily life sort of stuff, nothing particularly too active, my lifestyle, because I work on my computer and stuff. And it's all, yeah, it's like just lost a lot of weight. I don't know if I've lost muscle as well or anything like that, but um, yeah, I've been just working the computer, and I lost 10 kilos, and I don't know how much it's going to slow down. I was just trying it for a month to start off with. I definitely want to keep going, and see how it goes. I'm thinking for a sort of a 6 month goal, shooting to like July or something, but we'll see. Because if I continue losing weight at this rate and I get down to like 80 kilos within 3 months, like I might, I don't know. I want to see it. It should like peter out and sort of balance out once my body is detoxed properly. And at that point, I will probably do it for 1 more month just to kind of see how my body's handling it sort of on a normal level after I kind of stop losing weight and where my body balances out. And then I want to transition off it onto a more of a sort of normal keto diet. Um, it's good. Like it's amazing how having only beef, salt, and water. Um, I just want like I just like oh I wish I could have eggs. I just want eggs and cheese and some like no sugar, no salt peanut butter. It's just crushed peanuts, sort of peanut butter. Um, and just some really basic things and potato. I think if I could just add like 10 things to my diet to get and still have and because one of the things is like that happens with the carnivore diet is your body stops running off of sugar and carbohydrates like to sugar as your main fuel source, and it runs on fat instead, and your body can like run just as well if not better on fat for energy. um, and so like that's why my wife can't handle the 2-star mints because of there's tiny bits of bone and cartilage that really bother her because she's got like gut things and something that's too sensitive. And so she has the we found a cheap 4-star mints that we get from a different store, and we get beef fat from the butcher, and we kind of derive our own tallow from that because tallow is super expensive here, and you can only get it from like Tasmania in Australia. So we do that, and we get like I think it's $2 a kilo for just like raw beef fat from the butchers and stuff when they carve up. So we get that, and we add a bunch of fat to my wife's one because hers is naturally leaner because she gets the higher quality stuff. But I'm really happy with just the 2-star mints because I don't have the same sort of autoimmune conditions and things that she has. I do have a dairy intolerance and stuff. As long as I've really had really minimal amounts of dairy and stuff, I'm pretty fine. But if I have too much, I get really sinusy and stuff. But we'll see. So besides the weight loss, relief off my knees. My knees and feet have ached a lot less and stuff. It's been a lot easier. It was kind of the weight loss thing, but they also say joint pain. The carnivore diet helps joint pain and stuff as well. I think I've found that as well. I've also found one of the pros is that I've realized like I function better on less sleep. Before I would like kill myself not having enough sleep. If I had to consistently get like only 3 or 4 hours a night on stuff, I'd be like a zombie and I'd be super grumpy and other things like that. Even though I might feel just as tired, I feel like I'm just as tired, but I'm nicer. I don't get as grumpy and I handle the whole day and stuff a lot better and function a lot better on less sleep, which is a huge pro. Especially, it was super helpful while I was finishing off my masters. Problems or other symptoms like that were maybe a little more negative. There was some obvious detoxing symptoms and stuff like headaches. Had to drink a lot of water and stuff, and had to have a lot of salt. We used a kind of have a mix of Himalayan salt and sea salt in our shaker that we grind up and we put on everything. The Himalayan salt is supposed to be helpful because of the electrolytes in it, and because your body is draining, and you have to have a lot of water to help the detox and stuff, because otherwise you get bad headaches and things, and muscle pain and things like that as things come off your body. Um, and because I eat less frequently now, like it's hard. One of the hardest things actually is because you have little kids and stuff, and so when they wouldn't finish all their dinner and stuff, I'd have the last couple of mouthfuls or something like that and just finish off, so I'm not throwing all this food away in the bin all the time. And now both my wife and I are on just meat, and so like we're cooking insanely small amounts of actual food. Like we spend like $80 to $100 a week on our meat that we eat, and then another 25 to $30 on the girls, on all the other food that the girls kind of covers the food that they eat for the week, which is, it's funny, but we have had to cook like insanely small portions of like spaghetti bolognese and things like that for them, and then can't eat the leftovers and have to throw them out. It just seems like incredibly wasteful and stuff. But and it's hard as well when, I don't know, it just seems weird because I'm getting them and I'm trying to get them to eat their dinner and I'm not eating because I'm not hungry yet because I just had food 5 hours ago or something like that, and I ate 500 grams of mince and I don't need to eat till dinner, and they're not eating their. And it's just it's weird for sort of parenting and having meals together and things like that. And but obviously we're not planning to do this the rest of our lives. It's just a temporary thing. We're both just trying to get healthier. My wife's trying to heal her autoimmune thing. So I'm not. I think my metabolism has slowed down as a result of it, but I'm not exactly sure because I'm just dropping the weight. And the interesting thing as well is that like I feel like hunger. I feel like a feeling of hunger in my stomach all the time, no matter what. But then even if I've just eaten, my stomach I feel like I can't eat anymore, but my stomach's still like, you're still hungry. You want other things and stuff. And so there's cravings and stuff, and kind of a perpetual little bit of feeling of hunger when you've, like if you have been fasting or something, or you've gone missed a couple meals or something, and you're kind of, there's that kind of pain or this pang of emptiness perpetually in your stomach, even if you feel full. It's interesting. And so I kind of feel like it's like a beef fast or something like that, or a beef detox. That's what it is. And I guess along comes with the detoxing comes a bit of diarrhea and stuff like that, like your body's flushing out and stuff. And it's kind of scary because like, yeah, it's just my body's cleaning out stuff, and it's just doesn't look normal. But I suppose if my body's pulling out like all the gunk in my intestines or something, it wouldn't look normal. But overall, it's been an overwhelmingly positive thing. I'm going to keep going for obviously another few months and stuff. My biggest concerns are, the biggest concern I've seen from sort of health professionals online is kidneys. That your kidneys can't handle the imbalance there. So I need to do more research into that. But I think it's just mainly just having the right balance of water and stuff. But my bigger concern is successfully transitioning off the diet in sort of 3 to 6 months' time, because I haven't seen anyone online who's sort of gone off it successfully, or just like switched back to regular food and haven't had massive sort of symptoms because of it. So I'm sort of most concerned about like I don't think, like, I think it's really good. I don't think it's not sort of maintainable. It's not the sort of thing you should do for the rest of your life. It's definitely been positive so far, and I definitely want to keep doing it for a few more months and see if I can fully get rid of my body, because I know there's certain fat deposits that I've just had for about a decade or more and stuff that I just like going to the gym hasn't really helped that. And health professionals have said it's just diet, really, that's all you can do. And so I'm hoping this gets rid of that and I can get to a more consistent frame. But yeah, successfully transitioning off the diet. The biggest thing we can think of having little kids, like little babies and stuff, is that when you introduce food to babies, you start one ingredient at a time for 3 days or something to make sure there's no reaction, sort of thing, and then you add in another one, and you have that sort of process. And we that's all we can think of right now. Might be the best way to do it, starting with really simple stuff like cooked pumpkin or avocado, because it's a natural fat. It's raw though. I like probably start with something cooked. So, but that's the plans at the moment. I'll probably throw in another video in another month or two or something, and just update. But but I've been really, really super impressed and happy with the results so far. Even with some of the headaches and stuff, it's more because I haven't drunk enough water consistently. I'm usually pretty with water drinking, but if it's been a busy day and I just haven't been able to fill my water for a while, it catches me unawares, and like suddenly I've got this headache and it's like 7:30 at night and I'm like, I just want to go to bed. But just because of the headache, not because I'm actually feeling that tired by that point. But yeah, anyway, that's my update. If you're considering the diet, hopefully this has helped enlighten you. Definitely, I do encourage you doing your research and stuff before starting it. But so far, it's been overwhelmingly positive and stuff, with just a few concerns, and most of the symptoms have just been sort of standard detox symptoms, as far as I can tell. Anyway, that was all. I hope you enjoyed it, and yeah, have a good one.